Hey y'all, iRickSky here, back again with another video. And today I've got something very exciting to tell everyone. Now, if you haven't heard already, April the 8th of 2015, DJI, those are the people that make the DJI Phantom, the DJI Phantom 2, the DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus, and the Inspire 1. They are expected to release the DJI Phantom 3 on April the 8th. And it's something that I definitely plan to buy if it meets or exceeds some requirements that I have. Now, if you've watched my videos, maybe this is the first video you've watched on iRickSky's Adventure channel, youtube.com/iRickSky. But if you've watched my videos, you know that I was a somewhat early adopter. I started out with the Phantom 1. I took the Phantom 1, added the GoPro, added my anti-jello modifications to it. I then I decided to not put a gimbal on the Phantom 1 because at that point in time, the Phantom 2 was already available. So I picked up instead of a Phantom 2 at that point in time, I picked up the Phantom 2 Vision Plus, which obviously had the DJI branded camera and gimbal and had DJI Vision app functionality and everything built in. Really cool drone, one of my favorite drones so far. And what I like most about the Phantom 2 Vision Plus is that how everything was so integrated and it just worked out of the box. The thing I did not like about the Phantom 2 Vision Plus, and that's only because technology has evolved, is the fact that it did not do 4K video. So for me, for my purposes, flying for fun and posting videos on YouTube, I needed 4K. So what I did, I abandoned the Phantom 2 Vision Plus because it didn't have 4K. I loved it otherwise. But I abandoned the Phantom 2 Vision Plus and I built what I refer to as iRickSky 4K Phantom 2. And you can check the link within this video's description to find it. I just put together a series of assembly videos. It's a Phantom 2. I've got FPV on it. I've got a GoPro Hero 4 Black for 4K, 30 frames per second video. So it's a really cool rig. It's my favorite drone at this point in time. And you can check my channel, check the playlist that this video is in. You can find, I've got hundreds of DJI Phantom videos, DJI Phantom 2, DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus. I've got them all there. I've had an extensive amount of experience with all of these drones. Now the last thing that, and I'm going to check and make sure my audio is still recording here. I'm recording audio externally so that hopefully the audio quality is better, and it still is. My previous recording, it cut off unexpectedly, so that was unacceptable. And I apologize if I sound a little bit stuffy. Allergies are killing me. It's hard to be, that's the one good thing about being at sea is that, when you're out there, the salt air helps, but it's, whew, I tell you, all the pollen and that yellow stuff that gets everywhere, it's just driving me crazy. But this video is all about the Phantom 3. So it's expected to be, strong speculation indicates that the Phantom 3 will likely be revealed April the 8th of 2015. There's a public DJI launch event. Well, I don't know if it's public, but it's broadcast by way of the internet where they're going to unveil that. So there's some things that we expect to see within the Phantom 3. Now, obviously, one of the things that we would expect, that I demand, is a form factor the same size, if not smaller, than the Phantom 2 or the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. In my opinion, I know there's a lot of people that like it, but in my opinion, that's why the DJI Inspire 1 was a failure. One of the reasons it was too big. For me, it was too big to travel with. The battery life was not as good as the Phantom 2. The price tag, even if the price had been the same or less, it wasn't worth it. They did do some cool things with the Inspire 1. The dual remote capability, if you've got one person flying and one person filming, that's kind of cool. They did add 4K video. That's necessary today. Even if you don't feel that 4K is necessary, and it may not be for you. If you're strictly flying just to entertain yourself while you're out in the field, and it's just the tactile feel and all that, and you don't care about the video, 4K is probably a non-issue. But if you like to fly recreationally and capture those moments in 4K ultra high definition so you can watch it again and see it in 4K, then 4K is pretty much a necessity. And for me, 4K is a necessity because all my cameras here on Irish Guy's Adventure channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy, they're all 4K now, including my drone, the IrixGuy 4K Phantom 2 that I fly right now. And again, check the link within this video's description. You can find out how to build that for yourself. But I am excited about the Phantom 3, and I remain bullish about the Phantom's 3 features because I love the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. You know, despite the absence of 4K video, if it wasn't for the absence of 4K video, I would probably still be flying the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. And keep in mind, I'm a huge GoPro camera guy. I've been using GoPro longer than I've been using a drone. But I just loved how integrated the DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus was because everything worked. You had the app, you know, on your smartphone. Whether I'm an iOS guy, I'm a Mac guy, so I had it on my iPhone and my iPad. But it would also work on Android, the DJI Vision app. So you got the app functionality with FPV built in, and not only FPV, but you also got waypoints. So it's a really cool package. I mean, you got a lot of features with that Phantom 2 Vision Plus that just made it a treat to fly. And then you didn't have to, and again, I'm kind of bashing my own top drone now because it's just the way it is. I've got to be fair and honest. The thing I don't like about the IrixGuy 4K Phantom 2 is that I've got to carry all the extra stuff. I've got to carry the display monitor. I've got to carry the tripod to put the monitor on. I've got to carry, and I know you could mount it to your remote, but I didn't like that. It made the remote too heavy. I've got to carry all the extra equipment. With the Phantom 2 Vision Plus, it was a minimal amount of equipment. You know, I had my controller, I had my extra batteries, and boom, the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. It was great to travel with. I've swam with it. I've taken it across the world in oceans, in lakes. It's great. Obviously, it was in a waterproof case when I was swimming with it, but you get my point. Now, my IrixGuy 4K Phantom 2, I get the best video imaginable. I'm getting 30 frames per second, 4K Ultra HD video with that. But I'm having to carry around all this extra stuff. Now, not as much stuff as I would have to carry if I had an Inspire 1. I mean, that thing is massive. And that's why I never went with the Inspire 1, just because of the bulk and the inferior battery life. With the Phantom 2 right now, with aftermarket batteries, and flying optimally, I mean, not ascending or descending rapidly, but it's possible. I've seen around 25 to 30 minutes of flight time with extended capacity batteries, which is insane. Because considering most YouTube videos are 5 to 10 minutes in length, maybe even a little bit shorter. When you're dealing with a battery that exceeds easily 20 minutes flight time, you're able to capture a lot of content. So what do I expect from the Phantom 3? I expect from the Phantom 3, obviously, it's got to have 4K. If it doesn't have 4K video that's 30 frames per second or better, I'm not going to buy it. It's got to have that. That's a must. And as I mentioned earlier, it's got to be as small, if not smaller, than the Phantom 2. Otherwise, I don't want it. You know, I don't want anything large. I'm not, you know, I'm a recreational drone pilot. I don't need to get something as large or almost as large as a hexacopter to go out and have fun with. I don't need that. I hope it has the ground sensors, because the ground sensors are pretty cool. That was something they had in the Inspire 1 that I thought was all right with the ground sensors. And they also had it in the Parrot Bebop. So that's good if you're flying indoors. Those would come in really handy. I think it would be cool, and this isn't a necessity, but I think it would be cool if they provided the ability, like the Inspire 1, but not with that massive form factor, but have the ability to have 2 controllers. You know, one for the person on the camera, one for the person flying. That would be cool. And other than that, you know, just keep the, again, keep the size and weight down. There's rumors that the battery life of the Phantom 3 is going to be better, which that's great. As long as you don't charge us an arm and a leg for those batteries, because the battery life's longer. You know, keep everything reasonable. You know, drones are no longer well, they are somewhat new technology, but it's no longer like the, I used the analogy a while back, You know, when you had a cell phone, it was in a bag. You know, you had to carry that big bag around, and that's kind of where we were with drones in the beginning. But now we're getting more to the. I'm going to use another analogy. So we're out of that bag cell phone age, but now we're with those phones that are just really big. You know, you hold them in your hand, they're about that tall. So we're getting more advanced. And with that technological advancement comes the ability to drop the price. So hopefully we'll see this come in at a lower price point. It's something that I would like to see the Phantom 3 be marketed towards the mainstream power recreational user. Now what I mean by that is someone that enjoys flying a drone, but they also enjoy capturing that high quality video for entertainment purposes. So, you know, they're capturing 4K Ultra HD. Like it or not, and a lot of people will still say, oh man, nobody's using 4K yet. 4K is just a fad, it's never going to catch on. Mark my words. And I'm not right about everything, but I'm usually pretty dead on. The 4K, if people don't adopt 4K now, they're going to be putting themselves in a bad situation. Because remember when you upgraded to HD from standard definition, SD TV or whatever it was, you know, the digital definition before you had the HD? And now after you've watched HD TV for a few years, try going back and watching a standard definition channel and you'll see what I mean. And it's the same case when you're jumping from 4K to 1080p HD. It's a situation, it's like, well, if I can watch this in greater clarity, why would I ever want to go back and, you know, watch TV with rabbit ears or whatever? I mean, it's just not, it's de-evolution. There you go. Fun word to say, de-evolution. So we don't want to step back. And that's why 4K is important now. So I remain confidently cautious that DJI will impress with the features that DJI Phantom 3 has. Now, something I don't think it's going to have, and I may be wrong about this, but my gut is telling me that DJI Phantom 3 is probably not going to have the ability to use a GoPro with it. I bet they make DJI Phantom 3 DJI branded camera only, which is fine for me. And I love GoPro. I've used GoPro longer than I've used a drone. But I found the video quality and the photo quality, and you can check out my hundreds of videos here in this playlist on the Our Skies Adventure channel, the same playlist you're watching this video in. You can check out my hundreds of Phantom 2 Vision Plus videos and see how awesome the video quality is. But then you can check out the Irish Sky 4K Phantom 2 videos that were filmed in 4K. Watch those on a 4K TV or monitor and see how even more awesome those are. So if you can mate the two together, that out-of-the-box goodness that the Phantom 2 Vision Plus brought to the table, and then that 4K video quality that you can get with the GoPro, if you build something like I built, the Irish Sky 4K Phantom 2 with FPV. If you can put all that functionality together in a smaller and more convenient package, you're going to have a total win. I mean, you are. And that's what I expect. And I just, I don't think the Phantom 3 is going to allow GoPro, because GoPro has formally announced that during calendar year of 2015, GoPro is releasing a GoPro branded drone. So it would only make sense from a business perspective for DJI to embrace their own DJI in-house camera. Just like GoPro inevitably, I'm sure, I am 99% sure when GoPro releases their drone, I am 99% sure GoPro is likely not going to allow attachment of a DJI camera to a GoPro drone. Hey, and maybe DJI keeps the playing field open. Maybe DJI says, hey, we acknowledge that GoPro is the most popular action camera on the market. We acknowledge that. But even though we acknowledge that, our camera will do this, this, and that, and the GoPro camera will not. So maybe they still allow attachment of GoPro cameras to the DJI Phantom 3 just to keep that customer base happy that also owns a GoPro, that is just die hard enough to where they couldn't imagine filming from the air without a GoPro. And that is a somewhat large demographic, I'll tell you that. And I'm a GoPro fanboy, and I'm a DJI fanboy. I am. I love them both. But even though I love them both, I prefer the DJI camera on a DJI drone as long as it has 4K. That's all I was missing with the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. That's the only reason I built the Iris Sky 4K Phantom 2 was to get the 4K. And to get the 4K, I had the extra, I had to lug around the extra weight. I had the FPV screen and the tripod and all that extra goodness. But if I can get that nice, all mated together form factor that the DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus had with 4K in the Phantom 3, it ought to be really good. So tell me what you think. Again, I'm just acknowledging that there is that press event DJI is hosting on April the 8th of 2015. I am very bullish about what they're going to announce, and it better have 4K, and it better not be any bigger than a Phantom 2, because I don't want another Inspire 1. That's just my opinion. And again, I'm not bashing the Inspire 1. It's just not for me. It's too big. Battery life's not as good. It's just not my style. But thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, youtube.com/IRIXSky. Share this video with others. Check the link within this video's description. You can find how to build the Iris Sky 4K Phantom 2 that I mentioned. And then also, as soon as it's announced, I will put a link within this video's description to the DJI Phantom 3 and the various accessories. And if it's a situation where it meets and/or exceeds my personal requirements, you will see an unboxing video and many review videos, flight videos. I'm going to take that thing around the world. I'm talking about the DJI Phantom 3. And if it fails to impress, I'm already super impressed with the Iris Sky 4K Phantom 2. And you'll get to see tons more 4K videos from that soon. And subscribe to my newsletter too. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Make sure this thing's still going here. Subscribe to my newsletter also. It's something new that I just unveiled. You can go to irixsky.com, and there's a little QR code you can scan with your phone to sign up. Or there's a sign-up link on the right. It says subscribe to my newsletter, and you can sign up. Now, in that newsletter, I'm going to publish all kinds of cool stuff, exclusive content for my subscribers. So check it out, share it with others, and I appreciate your viewership. And y'all have a good day.